tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. Yeah, I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check. Teammate. Check. Hot route. Hot. Hey, leg.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
We are going. Check nickel.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A first down throw for Mariota. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mariota. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Get 300, get 300.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be second down. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing is Mariota. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Push him back. Push him back.
On third down, Mariota. And he finds Safarian Jenkins.
Let's go, son.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Set. Blue line. 44. Here we go. Here we go. One.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's got room. 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Mariota. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs. And
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Rodgers. He completes it to Julio Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. These two teams all tied after one. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike. 319. Rip left. Charlie. Go left, Charlie. Show it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Switch it. 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, watch the ball. Wipe out. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
The 2nd down carry for Irvin. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and goal, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Rodgers to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been... It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Packers pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now, Forbath for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing, Mariota. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
17 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 46-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got it. Quick dash.
Mariota now. He's got it to Hilton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, Mariota. And the catch made by Hilton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mariota again. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And we're going 37 to Mike. Mike 37. I'm coming.
Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, take 26. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm going.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Motion. And we're going 37 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
For the 50. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike, box it.
Rodgers now operating from the gun. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Alert flare, flare. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's crashing. Run right. 58's the money. 58's the money.
Rodgers now to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Look at the 8. Hey, they're scared. Hey, we're going 30 seconds to Mike. Come. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts 13-yard line.
318. Coming this inside. Here we go. Check. Check 52. Check. Crunch. Inside. Check. He's checking. Crash.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. It's Irvin. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
319.
Now it's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 5-yard line.
One back in the game. That's Jones. Second and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One back in the game. That's Jones. Second and goal.
3 bucks.
26. Hey, high 7.
Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but now it's third and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? To throw is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Rush in.
From the 31, Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
26. Back north.
Switch.
Right left.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now Rodgers. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up. Shoot. Check 24, check 24.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
Well, I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. Touchdown! Packers. Robert Tonyan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kevin King with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run it with Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Forbath will put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though? Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. One last shot now for Mariota. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. There they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.